Welcome to the Vendor Confessional, Angie.
Hello, thank you for having me.
For everybody, what's your business name?
AMRC Photography.
How did you come up with that? Is that your initials?
And that's my daughter's initials.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cute.
So when I first started, I fought with myself back and forth like for months on whether it should be like Angie B Photography, because I like the sound of that, or AMRC Photography. And I was just like, it's all started because of her anyway, so so let's give her that.
Yeah. So how did you get into it because of her?
Because when I first had her, I've always loved getting my photos taken. I've always loved photography in general, taking photos. But when I actually had my daughter, I wanted everything captured. Everything.
Yeah.
So it was like, let's book a shoot this week. And then like next week, what if she does this? Let's book a shoot just to make sure we're like, and that gets spendy. Like that was just like, we cannot do this. So I talked to my partner and I was like, why don't we just invest? I've always wanted to do. I actually did dabble in it a little bit right after high school, and then I went into like corporate world. Oh, and so I didn't ever like fully deep dive into it. And so when she came and I wanted everything documented, I was just like, why don't we just invest in a camera and I can document everything for her? And then it just quickly just took off from there. I knew I was in love with it already, but it just was a deeper kind of love. And I was like, okay, now I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I have more time. And I started just like doing the research and education, everything behind it. It was just literally like probably a month difference. And I was like, all right, I'm ready to just start like practicing as much as I can, doing what I can. So
you're killing it.
Thank you.
What was your first camera?
It was not a mirrorless. So, and I cannot even remember off the top of my head.
Nikon or Canon?
Canon, for sure. And I got rid of it very quickly. I was like, okay, I had done the education and talked to so many other photographers about mentorships, and so many of them, actually my photographer who I always had do our family photos, I went to her first and she was like, a lot of photographers shoot mirrorless, and she's like, I mean, it's not impossible, but it does make it a lot easier. So as soon as she told me that, I was like, all right, we're upgrading. So now I have a Canon EOS R7, and I've been shooting with that like pretty much since the beginning.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a pretty that's a nice camera. I've always looked because I'm a Nikon, so I've always looked at the Canon R6.
Oh yeah.
And it's always been so tempting, and I have a photographer friend that I've like did a couple test shots on it, and then I edited them, and I was like, this is pretty nice. But I don't know. I've already invested so much in Nikon and like the lenses and everything that I'm like,
to make that full switch. Yeah.
So
it's like starting all over financially. Like,
yeah. And especially since I'm taking a step back from photography to do this, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah. Should we? Is now the time?
Yeah. Maybe later.
No, I definitely get that. I was so torn on like which brand to go with.
Same.
For starting. And I don't know what drew me to Canon, honestly, other than it's like probably the most popular out of the photographers I had spoken to. And so I was just like, and the education I did, like, definitely went to YouTube University. But when I did that, it was, of course I can find different brands, but it was always mostly like Canon that instantly popped up. And so I was just like, okay, like this seems like beginner friendly, but also you don't have to switch so much when you become more advanced. Yeah. So I was like, it's kind of just like an all-in-one type of thing. So yeah.
That's more like considerate than why I chose Nikon. I chose Nikon because I heard they had good like glass.
Oh yeah.
On the lenses.
Yeah.
Like I was like, all right, cool.
Let's go with that. Yeah. That's actually like an important thing though.
Yeah.
I've dropped my lens like twice, and my heart instantly just went to my butt each time. Like I was just like, oh my God. But it's done pretty good. Good. I didn't see any scratches, and thank God I didn't see anything. Like when I went back to look at the photos, I was like, oh, okay, everything is perfect. One of the times was like, I had to shoot in front of my clients. And I was like, we're okay. It's okay.
No big deal.
I'm not new.
Yeah.
We're fine.
I've had that happen too, and it was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
So I get, so we've talked a little bit before, but you said you're kind of newer to weddings.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you go from just like portraits to weddings?
I don't know.
That's fair. I mean, that is completely fair. Like, I feel like sometimes it does just like happen because it's all in the same realm, really. Like,
yeah. I just had a lot of people ask me if I did weddings, and I was like, no. And then I just went home one day and I was like, why don't I? Like,
yeah.
that's, I mean, I feel bad saying this, but that's where the money's at, right? And it's not only where the money's at. You can make money not doing weddings in photography. But for me, it was just like, why not try it and earn extra than what I am right now and go from there and see if I like it. So it was kind of just like I did a couple styled shoots, which is not the same.
No.
At all. But I got the feel for editing like wedding dresses, makeup, the fine details of everything. And I was like, this could be fun.
Yeah.
This could be really fun. Still very much new to it because my daughter is still breastfeeding and
Same.
it's hard to stay away for long periods of time. And to be able, each shoot I do is around 2 to 3 hours anyway, if it's a portrait shoot or a family session, with drive time, shooting time, and then coming home, talking, getting comfortable, everything. So you're not going to find a wedding that's like 2-hour coverage, 4-hour coverage.
Yeah.
It's like 6, 8, 12. So I'm like, I'm still kind of dabbling in it, but I want to get more into it the older she gets. It's like easier, but in the beginning it was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this because
Yeah.
it's a long day.
Yeah. Well, and it's just like you said, like it's hard being away from them for that long.
Yeah.
Like you can relate because you're a stay-at-home mom too. But once I stopped working, like I'm never away from my baby, and to think that like I'm gonna be away from him for a while, like 8 hours, like a job.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Like, wait, that's why I didn't go back to work.
Yeah.
Like 8 hours, whoa. And then even longer. So it's just like, yeah, we're definitely still, I right now only offer the packages of like 6 hours max and then elopements for like smaller. And so I won't do bigger weddings until I'm more confident. And also because she's had eating issues. So until I know she's like not starving when I'm away. So that'll come, but
It's a nice ease into it.
yeah.
What is your favorite part of a wedding day?
I would say bridals. I think bridals are my favorite. They're just so intimate and I love couple sessions anyway. So it's just like an enhanced couple session of like, you have a beautiful venue behind you. You have beautiful scenery. Let's like get it all and take advantage of it. And they're just so in love and happy in that moment. So it's like, nothing's faked, right? We don't have to pose anything or you know, give her some back tickles and like, you know, like they're just so in such bliss. So it's just like, it's easy, it's fun, and it's beautiful.
And like going off of that, I feel like the groom is more like cooperative than like a boyfriend or partner or whatever, because I feel like not a lot of times, but I feel like there are some that are like forced to take pictures on couple sessions, and then it's not fun for anybody.
Oh my God. I've had a couple where the boyfriend, no, they were married. So husband was just completely like, no, I don't want to be here. I don't want to smile. And I was just like, okay.
Paying for this, like you might as well get the most out of it.
Yeah. And he was just like, well, think about it this way. Once this is done and over with, you know, once we get through this hour, you won't have to do it again for years or until whenever she makes you again. But like, let's just get through it. But yeah, that was just like.
Man up. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Like, that's kind of like the same. You had posted something about like.
Yeah.
It pissing you off when like.
They don't dress up. Like,
yeah, they don't care. And I'm just like, I'm the exact same way because I'm like, okay, it's an hour of your life.
Right. And like, do you really want your kids to remember you the way that you're acting in that picture?
Like, yeah, right? Just smile for me really quick. Like the faster you cooperate, the faster it's done and over with. But if you want to like throw a tantrum and like throw a fit about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave delivering these photos. Like, give your wife a smile real quick. Like, it's not even about the photos at this point. I'm not even here.
Yeah.
Just like smile at her. Be happy with her. Like,
Yes. Yes.
yeah. So yeah, with at weddings, I feel like it would be more acceptable for like those types of men to be like
happy. Not miserable.
Why would you be anything besides happy right now? Yeah.
And if you're not happy, there's a red flag.
Yep.
What's your least favorite part of a wedding day?
Family. It just gets so chaotic, and then
Nobody's ever there when you tell them to be.
Yes. Or like you get who needs to be there and then others want to join in. And then it's like, okay, well, let's just get them first and then we can join in. And then people are running away. People are leaving. Yeah. It's just total chaos. And it's like, okay, let's just form a line and just boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Let's just do it really quick. But it never goes that way.
Nope. But it should.
And it should. And it's, again, I just think of it as like, the day is for the bride and the groom. Make it as easy as possible on them.
Right. Because they don't want to because they have to be there for every photo.
Yeah.
So they don't want to sit there waiting for everybody to dilly around.
Yeah. I just second shot a wedding. And the bride, like, as soon as they were done with family photos, she was like, we can mingle? We can go mingle? And I was just like, that truly is, though. They just want to go enjoy the moment. Like, of course they want the photos, right? They want to remember it forever. And they want to make sure everybody's captured in it. But they don't want to sit there all day and keep fluffing the dress and holding the dress and holding the bouquet. And they do want to go. Yeah.
Takes her after a while.
After a while. Yeah. So it's like they do want to go just enjoy the moment. So
yeah,
that would probably be my least favorite.
I think that, and like, just as a photographer, the reception, or I guess more specifically speeches, because like you can only take so many pictures of somebody talking to a microphone, but then you still feel the pressure of like everybody's looking at you. So like if you're not taking pictures, they're like, why are they not taking pictures?
Yep, I have felt that 100 times where I'm just like, I let my like camera hang and I'm just like, okay, wait, I can do this again.
Yeah. And then editing it, you're like,
same photo 100 times.
Yeah. What is the most rewarding part of working with couples on their big day?
The excitement, the gallery delivery. I like to deliver mine personally. I do deliver an online gallery, but I like to have like the sentimental thank you box and hand deliver, and just to see like their eyes and their face light up when they see the prints or their like USB. I don't want to give away everything I do, but like they're like customized things. It's just like it just makes it that much more special to me, because it kind of brings it back where it's like, okay, it's not just any other day. It's not just any other shoot. It's something they're going to cherish forever. It's something that, you know, these prints or gifts can be, it's going to be, I always like to say like, it's a lifetime and longer, because it's not just their lifetime.
Right.
They're going to pass it down to their kids or their nieces or their nephews or whoever's closest to them, who's going to pass it down, who's hopefully going to pass it down. My mom has photo albums when I was younger that I would look back and it would be like my great great grandma and like aunts and uncles and stuff. And it's just like, I have no idea who they are, but these pictures are gorgeous. Right. Yeah. And we're going to keep them. And yeah, so it's just like, I like to think of it that way. And so when I see their faces when it's delivered, it's just like,
well, and I think that a huge thing is like everything's online, and it just makes it like so like impersonal. And that's why like I'm doing this, because I like the tactile of the magazine, and it's just like it's more personal somehow. Like, I don't know, I just feel like everything is online, and so it's all watered down or washed out, or right, just, like, you don't capture the same as when you're like holding something. Yep.
And I actually won't deliver my online gallery until I've delivered the like in person, because then it's like I want to see their actual initial reaction. Like I want to see, they're not going to see the photos right in front of me, some of them in the prints, but they're not going to, but still it's that first like reaction of like the excitement versus like getting an email. It's like, oh, we got the email. Like, so
like, the email is exciting, yes, because you get to finally see your pictures. It's so much more, especially like I'm a huge proponent of like printing your photos and like blowing them up and hanging them on your wall. Yes. Because it is so much more enjoyable than just like looking at a screen like, oh, I like that picture, skip. Oh, I like that picture, skip.
Or you just upload it to social media and that's the end. That's the end of it. Like you never look at it again, except when you go like on your own profile. And it's just like, no, like
you're supposed to enjoy these. Like you invested a lot of money. Like you should have them on your walls. You should give them as gifts to parents or what.
I think that's one of my favorite things is just in general when like a client sends me like their canvases on their wall or like in their frame on their coffee table. And I'm just like, yes, like, yes, that's what we want. That's it. My house is filled. It's covered. Not even with just my work. It's like I hire other photographers all the time where I'm just like, please come take our photos. I love your work. I love how we look in it. Like, so
I'm the same way with you though. Like I like getting pictures done, but even more so now that I have a baby, because I'm like every 6 months I'm like, he's grown so much, we need more pictures.
They grow like it's so quick. Literally when people say like don't blink, it's literally don't blink. And then I like look back and I'm like, look at how small her hand was, and now it's like it like covers my face.
It's like it's also so fun too because they're like a completely different kid, which is sad and like and fun at the same time because they, as they get older, they're like more cognizant, and so like things they do are more meaningful and intentional versus just like, oh, that was cute, like it was an accident but it was cute. But now they're like cute on purpose.
And we have our kids are like almost the same age or like and so just to see their personality come out too, I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's hilarious. Like she's gonna be funny when she grows up. Like she's kind of babbling and talking now, but when she can like form a full sentence, I'm gonna be cracking up the entire time because
well, my baby, he I have no idea where he got it, but for like the last like 6 months he does it. It's the cutest thing ever. When he gets super excited about something, he goes babu babu and it's like a little dance, and I'm like, where did it even come from? But it's the cutest thing ever.
Isn't that funny? That I swear their imagination just takes them, because there's so many things that she does that I'm just like, where did you learn that? Where did this come from? Like who taught you this? She actually, like the other day we go on a walk and she's seen a stop sign and she's like, stop, S-T-O-P, and I'm just like, hold on, like who's teaching you? Because that was not me. Who just taught you that? But I mean, I swear it's probably Miss Rachel, but like
absolutely.
I'm just like, wow, she's like, she's a smarty pants. Like I did not expect that. So like, what else can you spell?
Right. One more thing I'll say and then we can keep going. But my son has a little toy. It's not an action figure because it's like for little kids. But anyways, and he was like playing with it and he goes, help me. Like the little imagination is so cute. I'm like, how did you, like, where did you hear that? But then also like, I'm glad that you like put that together. You're just like playing with those little things and he goes, help me.
That is so cute.
It is. I could talk about him all day. What month was she born?
She was in June. She just turned 2, like the beginning of this year.
I know what you mean. This month.
Beginning of this month,
Okay, so she's about the same age as his friend. And then he's, so 6 months difference?
You said so is he in December or January?
So 4 months. October. Anyways, If you weren't doing photography, what do you think you'd be doing?
I'd probably still be in the corporate world, which I was a credit union manager before, and I don't want to go back ever. I don't ever want to go back.
The trauma you're facing.
I'm happy to be out of it, and if I ever had to go back, it would. I'd be crying probably daily. There's so many people that I know, though, that I come in contact with, like clients, other photographers who are like, I do banking. And I'm just like, I feel that's awesome. Do you want to talk about it? Should we have a quick therapy session really quick? Like, I can listen.
What was the worst part?
The clients, the members, It's just the worst and best part of it, right? And I'm just like, I don't like saying that because it makes me sound like such like a non-people person, but with banking,
I've heard stories,
and money comes entitlement. And
one of the stories I heard, this person wanted to access their account or something. Anyways, the first thing they ask you for is your ID. And they were like, I don't need to give you my ID. And I'm like, why would you not like want them to check that? Because then anybody can come in and just take your stuff.
I remember when I first started in banking, I started off as a teller. And that's the main thing. They drill it into you in training. Like, ID, you have to identify every person before giving any piece of information.
I'm not going to give you my social.
Yeah. We already This person comes in and I ask for ID, and I've been coming here for 15 years. I'm like, well, then I know you haven't seen me in that 15 years. Like, like, put it together. We're right, like, and so that was just like, it takes everything in me to not just like,
are you dumb?
Have you seen me all those 15 years? Because this is my first time seeing you. So-and-so knows me. Do you see them around? They have the day off. They're in their office. They're with a different client. They're in the back. Like, we're talking. Just make it easy.
Right. Like, we both want the same result. You to leave. So let's get this faster.
Let's just get it moving.
That's so funny.
People are going to watch us and be like, oh gosh.
It's okay. No, we had fun. What's back on the topic? I know. I was like, sorry.
You're fine.
You're like, I believe it too. I was like, oh yeah, that'll be good. But like, I didn't expect us to like vibe so. So I'm like, what time do you have to leave though? So I can.
I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's only 1.
We're killing it.
I didn't give a specific time though. I just said I would be late, and she said that would be fine.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'll try to get to the juicy stuff quicker. Okay, I know that you're newer to weddings, so this one might not apply, but do you have any funny or unexpected moments that have happened at a wedding?
No. And that's one of the questions I like studied, and I was like, can I make something up? What do I do? Like, I haven't had anything like crazy or wild or like I've heard.
That's good, though.
I was second shooting this last weekend, and the DJ and the photographers were like telling stories, and the DJ was from Vegas.
Oh yeah, so I bet he's heard.
So to hear those stories and then go and like study your questions, I was just like, I got nothing. Like, my worst story was the partner who like did not want to smile, and that wasn't even at a wedding. So that's like the DJ said that he had the maid of honor stab the best man in the neck, or no, in the eye with her heel. And I was like, what? Like, he's like, yeah, the best man was like walking by, called her the C word, and she just took off her heel and just stabbed him in the eye. And I was like,
hopefully after pictures.
Well, here's the kicker part. He was like, he's like, that was like, I didn't really know what to do. I was just kind of looking around, and the bride saw me and said, turn it up. Like, he's like, he's screaming, blood's everywhere, and we're just like zoning him or tuning him out. We're just like, I was like, no way. He's like, yep, he's like, I think they escorted him out. I don't know, but I was like, what in the world?
Now that's insane.
He's like, Vegas. And I was like, remind me. I will never, I'll do a quick elope with that like little Whitechapel, but I don't think I'll do some Vegas weddings for a while. Ever. If I'm ever asked, I'll be like,
I've heard stories.
How crazy is your family? 1 to 10.
Like, be honest. I guess, okay, so what's one thing your clients would say about working with you?
Oh, I hope that they would say it's fun. I hope they would say it's
having so much fun.
I love to make them comfortable and laugh. My favorites is when like the parents are like, oh, he's not going to smile for you. He's not. And then like, I've got a kiddo at home. So I'm just like, listen, if I have to be like acting like a monkey behind the camera and clicking away, I'm going to do it. We're going to get that smile out. But as far as couples, I think it would be, I like to just make them feel comfortable, but also like add in a little bit of chaos where it's just like funny, right? We get them naturally laughing, and just like there's some poses that I'm just like, they're like, wait, what? Or like there's some prompts that they're like, okay, and then they see the photos and they're like, oh my god, this turned out so cute, and I'm like, thank you. I am the professional.
Okay, this one's a good one. What's something that you used to obsess over early in your career that you've completely let go of? And again, if you don't have anything, it's not a big deal.
I feel like all my answers are gonna make me sound like such a bad person. Word of mouth.
Okay.
And that's such like a back and forth. I still do care about word of mouth, but before it was like in owning a business, people will, if you let them take advantage of you, they will 100%.
Yeah.
And I, in the beginning, would do anything as long as I got good word of mouth. It was like, I need her to like tell her friends. It wasn't a part of my policy or it wasn't part of my guidelines, but I went above and beyond. Right. Mm-hmm. And now it's just like, I do still care about it and I do still want to give the best experience. But if it doesn't align with something that, I don't want to say morals because it's not like that deep.
Right.
But if it doesn't align with something that I just am not comfortable with or a guideline I've set for a certain reason, it's just like, hey, sorry, that's just how it is. We just kind of have to figure it out, move around, and like, what can I do to make it better for you? And just kind of go from there.
Well, I completely get sorry not to cut you off, but I completely get the not like going above and beyond as much, because when you do, those are typically the people that, one, don't respect it, but two, milk you for more, which is so sad.
And that's what I learned very quickly, because it was just like, once you give that one part, then there's something else with it. And it's just like, okay, now look back, I've done this, this, and this, all past the guidelines, all past the due dates, or all past, something we've discussed. And now it just keeps adding on. Mm-hmm. And so it's just like, at what point does it become, I'm running a business. This is kind of like the reason behind this, and this. Yeah. So that kind of, it hit me very quickly. Like I had a client, I don't know how, I'm like, I feel like I have a story for like every question that might not necessarily be like wedding, but
that's fine.
I had a client that I did a shoot for, and then a couple months later, she had sent her stepdaughter to me. And she was like, hey, my stepdaughter wants her senior photos done. I sent her your way. I recommended you, love your work. And I'm like, great, that's awesome. Stepdaughter reached out to me and I'm like, how old are you? And she's a minor. So I'm like, typically I don't do the whole pricing and packages and everything talk with the minor. It has to be the parent, the guardian, or whoever's paying her, a part of this. But because I've already worked with stepmom, she sent you my way. We'll just go over it. But when it comes to contract signing, it does need to be a parent. She goes, yeah, that's fine. So we go over all the details, right? Let her know, if you want studio, flower farm, venue, certain things like that. Not part of my pricing. It's going to be additional. Go over all the fine details. She goes, yep, go ahead and send the contract to my dad's email. Here you go. She ends up wanting a flower farm. So I'm like, okay, like we discussed, additional pricing, but I can go over I can send you links and you can book it out. You can send me the money and I can book it out. We can do any which way. So I had already gone past my guideline of working with a minor or having that discussion with a minor. And then she goes, yeah, that's fine. If you want to book it out for me. And I said, perfect. I don't book it out until I get sent that payment because then it comes out of my pocket.
Right.
And so she goes, cool, let me just have my dad send it over. So then dad messages me and he goes, this should have been communicated. This is not right. This should come out of your pocket now because this was not said. I didn't know it. This, and this. And so I, of course, keep every message. So I sent him a screenshot and highlighted it and sent it over. And I'm like,
I love that.
It was discussed. It was talked about. She kind of just, so no apology, nothing. He's just like, where do I send the money? So I'm like, okay, do you want to, you can rent it out. So, I'm not upping any prices or doing anything. No, you can do it. So, okay.
Thank God.
I did tell him, I said, but because this is kind of where my line drew. This is kind of where I was like, okay, I'm sticking to my guidelines going forward because I just can't.
Yeah.
So I let him know and I said, so going forward, this is the exact reason I don't talk to the minors or the people not paying is because of the miscommunication right there. I said, so because we've already miscommunicated, going forward, location, time, anything that has to do with the shoot aside from what she's wearing or her style, I'm going to be coming to you for. And I told him that. He doesn't respond. So 3 weeks go by, or it's a week before her session. So I sent him location, time, the confirmation email for the flower farm, everything, sent it all his way, and he doesn't respond. Her session is at 8 a.m. in the morning. It's a sunrise session. It's at 8 a.m. in the morning. 2 a.m. she's messaging me and she's like, do you have the location? I never got the location. At that time I was up because my daughter was up. And so I was like, I sent the location over to your dad last week. You know, you can probably get it from him. Let me know in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning, he's messaging me and he's like, I'm trying to teach my daughter responsibility. I'm trying to teach her how to be an adult. Can't you just send things to her? Can't you just work with her? Can't you just do this? I'm like,
no, because of all the miscommunication.
yeah. So I'm like, as much as I want to say to you right now,
it is 3 in the morning.
The quick answer is no, I cannot.
Yeah.
I made it very clear I'm working with you specifically for no miscommunication purposes. Like, that's just the way it has to be. So then he goes, all you're doing is taking photos, for Christ's sake. You're not even doing anything special. I want to cancel and I want a refund. So I'm like, okay, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We're like going back and forth now. So I'm just like, you know, if you want to cancel, that's fine. But the contract you signed, your signature, it says no refunds. Like, if you want to back out and cancel, you know, there's not. And don't get me wrong, I have refunded people in the past. But for this specific situation, it was just like, okay, listen, I'm set and prepared and prepped and up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get up in 3 hours to make sure I'm there.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those things that he never responded to me after that. So I'm like, I don't know if they're going to show up. I don't know if we're canceling. I don't know. So I go. My contract at the time, I've cut it down, but at the time it was a 20-minute grace period. So I stayed and she was 10 minutes late and she showed up. And so I was like, okay, let's just like go. Let's do it. Then because I don't have, or like in the beginning, I didn't have a lot of space on my deliveries. So each client would have 90 days to download and then their session would expire from both sides. I would have it on my hard drive, but like it would expire. So I send it in every delivery email that I send out. Like, hey, you have 90 days. Make sure you download so that you don't miss anything. Once it's expired, I cannot go back and retrieve it unless I restore everything, which then includes a fee.
Yeah.
So.
And I feel like that's pretty standard.
Yeah. 5 months goes by. And she reached out and she goes, I can't get into my gallery. I said, yep, because it expired. She goes, well, can you resend it? I'm like, it expired from my side too. So I can restore it and I can send a new one over, but that's going to be that fee. So stepmom reaches out to me and she goes, is there any way to waive that fee? Because she didn't know she had a time limit to download them. So I screenshotted the delivery email and I sent it to her and I said, she did know. I let her know. So she goes, okay, I guess we'll send over that fee. This entire time, I've gotten no apology from dad. I've gotten no apology from her. I've gotten no apology. Like, the session itself was so awkward, which I tried to just let it go because it wasn't her fault, right? So I did just like make conversation with her. Did not mention the elephant in the room. Like, let's just ignore that and just kind of get you laughing and comfortable and everything. And yeah, that was it. So from then on, I was just like, because I was so worried. That's where I was going back and forth with myself. Like, I need good word of mouth. So I don't want him to be pissed off at me and go tell everybody I suck.
Yeah.
So I want to do everything I can for him to make sure. But then it got to a point where it was just like, hey, I can't. At some point, I'm going to have to suck. At some point, I'm going to have to be that person because it's just, I don't think people understand. Like, I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning because my daughter is fussy and I'm still taking the time to respond to you and like do this for you. I took the time to find the perfect flower farm for her.
Well, and with the flower farms, like, you only have most of them, you only have an allotted amount of time. So like, if they're late, it's not just late for you, like, it cuts in on the whole thing because they're strict as well.
Yeah. So it was just a whole thing where I was just like, and that's what my partner said. He's like, at some point you're just gonna have to let it go. And like, this was a really like sad and like, not like sad, but like serious conversation and answer to that question.
Yeah, that's
but
perfect.
like, I think that's probably where I'm like, I used to obsess over it and I used to be like, oh my God, I have to like, who cares about guidelines? I have to do this. And then, yeah, it started cutting into time with my daughter. It started cutting into,
and people just don't respect it.
yeah.
Like,
They think because you own your own business, you know, it doesn't matter or it's not important or
yeah.
When you're for a corporate and it's like, sorry, these are the guidelines. It's like, okay, well, you have a higher up you have to listen to. But when you say you own your own business and these are the guidelines, it's like, that all of a sudden doesn't matter. It's like out the window. And it's like, no, these are set in place for a certain reason. Like I've either experienced something or there's been a reason that this is intact.
And same exact thing with corporate. Like if something's happened to lead to that result. So yes, there's a guideline. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah. People just think if you own your own business, it just doesn't matter. And it's like,
it does.
It does.
Yeah.
Probably even more so at that point.
Yeah.
Because like I said, my daughter's involved where it's just like, I don't want to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, like where I can't 100% console her because I'm typing out a 4-page text, right? So it's just like, yeah, we're going to cut it off there.
Yeah. People are wild.
I didn't know like true
entitlement
that people have until starting my own business. That's where I say like people are just, it's wild. It's honestly just like, wow, I would have never thought like this person would be that. Or if people, if you let them take advantage of you, they will. And it's sad to say, whether it's like family, friends, strangers, like if you let them, they will. And it's just like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
That's so sad. So my question is like, why are you going to pay that much money and not download them?
Right.
Why are you going to like
the first thing that I do?
Yeah.
Like get that on my phone.
I
save
literally,
it, like...
I won't I don't wait for anything. As soon as I get it, I'm just, because it's, if you download the full album, it's 1 click or like 3 clicks. And it's just like, just get it on the phone and deal with the rest later. But that's my big thing. And it's so hard not to tell clients that when they come back and they ask. And it's just like, why did you pay all this money and just expect the like, anything can go wrong online.
Right.
Anything can go wrong online. So don't depend on that. But so many people do where it's just like, well, they're going to be there forever. No, they won't.
Like you can pay for the storage forever. But that's, again, you have to pay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why, because even they can pay the restoration fee up until a year. And then after a year, if I haven't done anything with it, I clear out my hard drives. It's just like, you can't keep, but I mean, yeah, you can keep buying, but like at what point are you going to have like 100 hard drives and like 3,000 memory cards? And yeah, so I'm just like,
The hard drives are expensive.
So expensive. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm already like barely making anything as it is. So
Yeah. What's something that you wish couples knew about you personally when they book?
I guess that one's hard, but I think how understanding and what an what an empath I actually am. So it's just like some clients try to like hide their shyness or like try to like hide whatever is going on. And it's just like, be honest, because that's the only way I can kind of work around it or try to help you through it. And kind of like the joke I made earlier where it's like, should we have a therapy session really quick? Like that, there's some truth behind that, because it is like, photographers, at least for me, like, yes, I am here to capture your moment and your memories, but I'm so much more than that if you let me be, right? Like, let's actually build a friendship. Let's actually, like, I'm not just gonna go shoot you for an hour or for 8 hours or
and then forget about you.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do that.
Anything you tell me, I'm going to go back and be like, I just had a client, we were doing a mommy meeting. She's like, oh, we're moving. We just bought our first house. And it's just like, as I'm delivering the gallery, it's just like, I want to put in there, like, congratulations. I hope these go in your new house.
Yeah.
I hope you print them off for your new walls. And like, so it's just like, I do think of my clients as more than just like clients. And I don't think a lot of people, I think when they go to book, they are just booking a photographer. Right. And they're just booking, in their head, let's just go book somebody for an hour really quick and be done with it. But it's like, for us, you hear it so much in like hairdressers or lash extensions or anybody who does that. You hear like, I'm a therapist too. And it's just like, photographers are the same way. Like, we're here to build a connection with you. And actually, it's easier to capture you if you do build that connection with me. So it's just like, yeah, in your head, you're just booking for an hour. But in our head, or at least personally for me, I'm seeing some of your most raw moments, and you're in my head and you're in my life for a while now, and I hope you're returning. So I hope it's years to come at this point when I'm shooting your newborn session or your wedding and then your maternity and then your newborn and then your 1 year. I'm a part of that. Like, we're growing with you. So it's like, we're seeing the ins and outs. And
well, and even like on a little bit more basics, I don't know the word, level. Yes, you're with them for an hour and then they can go home, but then you're still with them for like however long it takes you to edit. So like several more hours.
Yeah.
And I've heard the same thing about like wedding photography. Like you like see somebody at the store, you're like, I know you because I stared at your face while I edited this out. And they're like, I have no idea who you are.
Yeah, and actually that's so funny because I've thought of that too, where you're like, you're getting the candids, right? So you see some people and they're most like horrible, but like I hate to use that word, but like in their most like moments that they would not want anybody to see, and you're at home like, oh, probably not that one. Like but it goes deeper than that too, because it's like, would she like her like the half smirk, or would she like the full smirk? And then you go back to the personality of who was in front of you then, right? So it's just like, this fits her personality more, this, so it's like,
well, and then even more so, it's like, why don't you deliver raws? Because you don't always want to see the raw.
If I did, you might not ever book a session again. I've thought of that for my own. I've thought of that getting my photos done, and I'm just like, how many faces have they seen of me that I'm just like, like nostrils flared and just like duck lips out, like how many of those have you seen? And it makes me laugh now knowing like being the photographer and seeing all that, and it's just like, man, I feel bad for that. You're probably seeing some rough stuff, but
well, and I never even thought about it until I did a trade session with a photographer, and so I would edit mine, she would edit hers, and some of the faces I made, I was like, thank God, like somebody else has to look at that, and I don't have to see it. Not good.
I like to laugh at it now. Whenever I get my photos done, it's like one of the main things that pops in my head, like, how many faces am I gonna make today? Like, my partner too, like, because I do a lot of like him and my daughter, and some of the faces, like, I don't even let him see the raws because I'm just like, just wait till I cull through them, and then like I'll show you after.
I think I made the mistake of doing that one time, and my husband was like, do I really look like that? And I was like, no, it's just a bad picture, like, let's just move on.
Just keep scrolling. That's not what I was trying to show you.
Do you have any wedding trends or photography trends that you're loving right now?
I'm really loving the umbrellas. I don't know if you've I'm following a photographer that just posted it, and I can't think off the top of my head, but those umbrellas, those like little white like vintage umbrellas, love. I'm so in love with right now. I think it just adds like the best detail to any audience, like to the bridesmaids, to like it's just that little pop of like bougie almost, but also still like simple. It's not like over the top, like and I just love it. It's just like, I want it at every wedding. Just like, if I bring umbrellas, do you want to use them?
I love the clear umbrellas. For like, not for weddings, but like
just regular sessions.
Like
I've seen clear umbrellas with like the rain. I die. I drool over. I'm just like, I want more.
For the longest time, like I didn't think to look online, but I wanted a clear umbrella so bad, and we were in McCall of all places, and at Albertsons, and they had clear umbrellas, and I was like, sold, done.
They did? What a weird place to have them too.
So yeah, I have it still because I was obsessed.
I guess McCall would make sense though, because the weather over there is just wild. So, but Albertsons is a little weird.
Right. You don't sell clothes, but you sell clear umbrellas.
I think it gives like, it gives so much more than this, but I just think it gives like, it just
like more emotion almost. I don't know if that's the right word, but like more character.
Yes, that's the word. And that's just like where I'm just like, I don't know. Not every single person has to have it either. Just pop a few in, and it's just like, it's just timeless is what I feel. I feel like it's a trend that you'll never look back on and be like, oh God, why did we do that? Like
the teal blue and chiffon.
God. So, yep.
Do you have any trends that you're not liking right now?
No, I would say, that's kind of what I think that's just a dislike of it. It's just like, be mindful of when this trend is out. Are you going to like it still? Are you going to like these photos still? You can always get more photos, and the hope is that you do.
But hopefully not for your wedding.
Yeah. And that's true. How many weddings do you plan to have?
No judgment.
Yeah, that's very true. Just be mindful, and just are you gonna look back at these and like absolutely despise that you chose that trend to stick with?
Tiffany blonde.
Or are you gonna stay with it and just like always love it? Is it a timeless trend that, because some of these trends are like very much can go with anything. But there are some that is just like,
I don't know about that one.
Let's think twice really quick.
Are you doing it because it's cute and you like it, or are you doing it because it's cute and it's trendy and you kind of like it?
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. You do see some people who are just like, well, this is in right now. It's like, but how do you feel about it? Like, yes, it's in, but is it something you like that's in? Or is it just something that you want to go viral? You know, when you post your TikTok of your wedding, or when you post like your slideshow of your photos, like, is it something that you just want to catch on because it's part of everything, or do you love it?
I think more people need to think about that one.